Hey, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I see you coming into the room now. Today is December 23rd. Is that true? Yeah, December 23rd. Yes, it is. And we're going to do our 3-card weekly reading. I've been having the hardest time with dates this week. We're going to be doing our 3-card weekly reading. And that will be for this week, December 23rd through the 29th. It's the last full week of the year. It's Christmas week, and of course today is Festivus, so we're going to do a special thing for Festivus. And I have a special deck here today. Look at this. Look at this. Ta-da. May I unveil to you Ciro Marchetti's Encore Tarot. Yay. Beautiful box. Comes with a ribbon. He's self-publishing it. Look at this. It's got red gild. And this is a special deck to me because along with Mitchell Osborne and Mary Ellen Collins, I wrote the card descriptions, which are available in the downloadable PDF for the deck. I did the major arcana, and Mary Ellen and Mitchell each did 2 of the suits. So I was really excited to work on that team and really honored to be asked by Ciro to do that. Now, you guys know how much I love Ciro, and many of you know that he will actually be right here in my Palm City office to help us celebrate our grand opening. And that will be on February 23rd. Now, we have a whole lot of great stuff coming up in 2020, including a new monthly YouTube webinar, free. It'll be fun. Of course, we're going to continue our Global Tarot Circle right here on Facebook Live once a month. And actually, starting December 26th right here, I'm going to do the 12 days of Christmas, where each day I'm going to come on live and we are going to look for tarot epiphanies. So that should be a lot of fun as well. Thanks to everybody who is here. I see Marianne, I see TK, I see Trisha, I see Betty, Sonia, Rogerio, Liz, Patricia, Joanne. So happy to see you all, and thanks to those of you who are watching in archive as well. So today, December 23rd, is Festivus. Now, I know it's a made-up holiday, and I wasn't even a huge Seinfeld fan, I got to tell you that. However, I love the idea of making up holidays, and I love the idea of Festivus, a holiday where part of the tradition is to air your grievances. So I thought about how I wanted to play with that today. And I thought at first it would be fun to ask everyone to air their grievances right here. And then I thought, yeah, no, that wouldn't be fun at all. No one would want to watch that in archive. But, you know, the question is, we all have grievances. What is the best way to air them or to deal with them? Some of our grievances probably we should keep to ourselves. Some of them we want to air in a way that will be healing for ourselves and others. So, this is the first work I am doing with this awesome tarot deck, I'll have you know. That's the back. The thing about Encore Tarot, here's what it says on the back of the box. A selection of images from various decks produced over the last 15 years, reworked in a linear illustrative style. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, Dana, nice to see you. Happy winter. Festivus for the rest of us. That's right. So, I am going to pull one card. This is my first shuffle of this deck. And you know, I kind of hate to shuffle the gilded decks the way I shuffle, but it is the way I shuffle, and so I will. Although no doubt this deck will be a collector's item, so I will treat it kind of gently. All right, so the Festivus card is going to be personal, and if you have your decks with you, go ahead and pull a card for yourself. Share with us what you got. If you don't, just ask me. I'll pull a couple of cards for people before I do the 3-card weekly reading. So the card is personal. It's about what should I do with my grievances? Hey, Joanne, nice to see you. What should I do with my grievances? The Four of Wands. So what that says to me, and look how beautiful these cards are. What that says to me is I don't have a lot of grievances when it comes right down to it. And I should probably focus on what is not grievous to me. And if I have something to share, I should only do it if it is going to increase harmony rather than decrease it. So, anyone else wants to play along? Share with us your Festivus card. It's a new tradition here. What should you do with your grievances? And if you would like, I'll pull a card for you. I'm only going to do a few in the interest of time. But Teresa is here. Nice to see you. And she has asked, so Teresa, what should you do with your grievances? The Eight of Wands reversed. Think very carefully before you say anything. For you, the airing of grievances could turn into more grievances. So be careful. Okay, if anyone else would like a Festivus card, new tradition here, go ahead and ask. Otherwise, let me just share a few things with you, and we'll get into our 3-card weekly reading, which, of course, is what we're here for. And, of course, we're in Hanukkah right now. We are on Christmas Eve is what today is, actually. And final card of the year. One grievance, and I'm not feeling this grievance so much this year, but the fact that folks will call 2020 the first year of the new decade is a grievance. But I've sort of publicly come out and said I'm not going to say anything bad about that, but hey, I guess I just did. Okay, so here's a couple. Okay, hey, Tricia, got the 3 of Swords. Balance and be careful of others' feelings. But also, Tricia, recognize there may be some ways you really are hurt and you really have real grievances. And so maybe you really do have to say something. Okay, so let's see. Anna, nice to see you here. Anna, the Ace of Swords. If someone has treated you with dishonesty, you need to air that grievance and you need to bring the truth to light. Speak your truth. Okay. Joanne, nice to see you here. All right. And we've got a couple of Joannes here. This is for, Joanne, I've never figured out how to pronounce your last name. Is it Leza? Maybe I got it wrong. I don't know. King of Wands reversed. There may be a particular person against which you have a grievance, and it feels like you need to figure out to yourself what that grievance is and then decide what you want to do with it. Okay, let's see what else we got going on. For Marianne. Marianne, what should you do with your grievances? The Queen of Wands, let them inspire your creativity. If you're going to air them, do it in a creative way. Like, you know how Taylor Swift does? Like, if you're her boyfriend and you break up with her, she's going to have a new album? Like that. Okay, very good. Joanne Matthew, King of Pentacles. Since Pentacles are grounded, I'm thinking bury them. Seriously, though, take charge and put them into perspective. Tricia says she actually doesn't know how to interpret the card, but then she says, oh my gosh, you're so on point. She liked my interpretation. Very good. For Lynn, 2 cards jumped out, Knight of Swords and Queen of Swords. Girl, you better speak your truth. Oh, Laiza. Okay, thank you for that. I really do not like to mispronounce people's names. Thank you, Joanne. Okay, very good. So that was fun, a new Festivus tradition. So, your 3-card weekly reading. The deal with that, of course, is if this resonates for you, by all means, take it as a reading. It's the energies available to all of us. It's an important week. We got Christmas. We got Hanukkah. We got the end of the year coming up. Okay, TK just did this. 6 of Swords, hope for better futures, rise to the occasion, being decisive. But, okay, TK is a new tarot student. Yes, it's all of those things, but in context. Regarding airing your grievances. If you're going to do it in a logical way, do it in a decisive way. But just as you say, Do it in a way that makes things better, not worse. All right. So, 3-card weekly reading. Obviously, if you would like something more in-depth, reach out to me. I can work with you here in my Palm City office if you're local. We can also work by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, WhatsApp, whatever works for you. And I am available throughout the holiday season, so don't be afraid to reach out. Okay. Betty got 9 of Wands. So, it feels like maybe you've been hanging on to some grievances for a long time that have been hurting you, Betty. Perhaps you want to do something about that. Okay, so here's your 3-card weekly reading for the final week of 2019, the final full week of 2019. I'll be back next week with this on Monday, and of course, that's New Year's week. Okay, your first card. The Knight of Wands. So for those of us who are still doing our shopping, we better do it quickly. But the Knight of Wands is also about going places, doing things that are fun. And, the Knight of Wands is the goofiest of all the knights. Keep a sense of humor in all of this. Have fun. Whatever you're doing this week, if it's Hanukkah, if it's Christmas, if it's I have a week off work, whatever it is for you, have some fun with it. Okay, next card. The 4 of Wands. Now, this came up for me regarding Festivus, but the 4 of Wands, of course, is about celebration. It's about family. It's about spending time with your family. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? And, even those who don't celebrate religious Christmas will very often celebrate secular Christmas and enjoy gathering with people that they care about. So this is a very good time to do that. And you know what? If you're alone this year, if you don't have people around you, that can be really hard. But there are always people to gather with. Go to a soup kitchen. Go help out. Go volunteer. Or just spend time doing things that you enjoy in your own private celebration. Finally, the Wheel of Fortune. And this just reminds us, man, this comes around every single year. We are at the end of a cycle of the year. We are coming into 2020, which, okay, we can argue about whether it's the first year of the new decade or not, but it is certainly a new number sequence. We're not in the 19s anymore. We're in the 20s. So we're closing some things. We're opening up to others. And this reminds us that no matter how we feel about what's going on the planet right now, whether we're hopeful, whether we're afraid, everything comes round again. Everything goes in cycles. We're in a cycle now. If you're in a personal cycle that you don't like, you can work to break it. Otherwise, enjoy this time of year. It will be here again next year. Enjoy the ending of cycles and the beginning of new cycles. And the Wheel of Fortune, when pulled upright, is a card of luck. So when we look here, the interesting thing is all 3 of these cards are related to fire. Of course, we have 2 wands, both fire cards, and the Wheel of Fortune is also a card of fire. And so this is all about stoking the fire energy. And of course, well, here in Florida, a lot of us don't have fireplaces. But there is that whole thing for this week about chestnuts roasting on the open fire, about gathering around the hearth fire or dancing around the fire. That's my favorite. One way or the other, nurture the fire within your heart. Remember that fire is passion, it's creativity, it's your life force, it's your vitality. Nurture your inner fire this week. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. Happy holidays, happy winter festival season, whatever you celebrate. Have a great time. Be safe. I will be back on Thursday with the first of the 12 days of Christmas. We will work together each day for 12 days to find tarot epiphanies. I'm looking forward to that. Remember that I am available for readings throughout the holiday season and also gift certificates. If you need a last-minute gift, we can take care of payment on Zelle, on PayPal, or with a phone call. and I can email you that gift certificate right away. Thank you guys so much for being here. Leisha, Liz, Jean, so glad that you're here. Love you guys. Look forward to seeing you in the new year, if not before. Thanks so much.